Yo, 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 how we all doing today? Today was a Thursday. Today was a Thursday, and today, while I was tape reading this, it was kind of difficult for me, and the reason because of that is just the weakness that we had on Nasdaq, just the overall weakness that we had on Nasdaq, and what I mean by that is just the Nasdaq just failed. Nasdaq just continued to fail to take these highs up here. ES and NQ we're just pushing up the whole way for the day. NQ is just pretty much just chopping here, failing to really displace. If we look at ES and YM, the YM had no difficulty of heading higher, and I definitely think that after this move that we've had, that we're likely going to get a run on all-time highs, and that's just what I see personally. And this could be framing YM to come up, take highs, and then NQ right now. We're just still within this range. We're still within this range. We're just chopping around, and I'm expecting us to displace up. We have all these edges here, and I'm expecting these to get taken, and then for us to maybe this just be the first initial generated leg before then having that smart money reversal. So I think that this is just the first leg of this market maker model. Come back up, have that stop hunt to then have something like that. So now this is what this kind of looks like on the daily chart. So I was saying that today would kind of frame what the upcoming days are, what the upcoming weeks are actually gonna do for me. As you can see, we've had that push up on YM. We've taken this original consolidation and we have displaced through it. We have displaced. Like YM isn't showing any signs of slowing down, and I'm thinking that the draw on liquidity are definitely these highs right here. But that we have had just all the speed. I don't know if we'll just continue with this speed and strength that we've been having, because it's almost bound that we kind of stop and slow down just a little bit. Maybe get some form of retracement. But just by looking at this, like, this is clearly bullish. We've had displacement through these stacked highs, and there's no willingness for YM to slow down, especially today. And that's my like daily outlook, and as well on ES. Like all these imbalances here, they're failing. We're coming back down, and we are respecting bullish PD arrays. So bullish PD arrays are being respected, and right now, for me, this is what the draw is looking like. That is exactly what the draw is looking like. So let's zoom in and let's see how we could have traded today. And it's all hindsight, and yeah, let's kind of see what happened today. If we're looking at this in terms of profiles, if I pull up my little profile, we had Asia range in here. So we're within the Asia range. And what are we expecting? We're expecting to see some form of manipulation in that London session. We come down and have manipulation here, and then we get displacement higher. So we get displacement higher. We had 830 news. 830 news expands, and we just continue higher. So now we've had meaningful manipulation in this Asia session. I'm gonna look at this in terms of I'm gonna look at this on ES today, because honestly NQ was just there was one trade I liked on NQ. Other than that, I just think that NQ was not the thing to trade. We're just putting in all these failure swings. We're failing to really meaningfully displace. We really were. So we look on ES. We'll pull up ES at this point. We have manipulation in London, and then we get this expansion leg higher. So I want to actually mark out standard deviation. I haven't done too much chart work today. Like this will be me annotating them in real time. And oh my gosh, look at that! Look at that! Look at that standard deviation projection. Look at how nice. Is this high day? This is exact high day. You cannot tell me that that is not perfect. That little 15-minute standard deviation projection, that clear London high. I'm using this because it's a intermediate term high, because there's a short term high here, short term high here. It's a clear high that we first displaced through. We displaced through this. And look at that high. That's very. I didn't even look at that. So right now, to frame a long setup, what are we looking for? Higher time PD array and SMT. So right now we come in, we have manipulation, but we don't know we have manipulation yet until we get that displacement. So we come into this 15-minute for value gap, and did we have SMT at the lows? I actually don't even remember. I don't. There's no way we didn't. It definitely was YM. Let's pull YM. I'm struggling here. Pull YM. Clear. I don't know how I missed this today. I do not know how I missed this today. You see the SMT we have here at these lows? You have SMT at lows in that higher time repeating rate. That now becomes your London manipulation. London manipulation. We end up getting displacement higher. And right now your draw is immediately over here. Look at all these smooth highs we have here. Generated highs, generated high, generated high, generated high, generated high. There's no manipulation at these highs here. This now becomes low resistance liquidity. If we zoom out to the daily chart as well, we're in bullish order flow. So why would you try to fade bullish order flow? And this is all hindsight. This is all hindsight. This is all just me looking at this on hindsight. So hindsight is the greatest thing, what you're going to learn. And I feel like you are truly never going to learn if you don't see things in hindsight. You don't take things in note in hindsight. So right now we have that manipulation move. We have your market structure shift, pull back, fair value gap here. This is on the 15. Let's maybe drop down and see if there's maybe someone else. So the 15-minute fair value gap, 5-minute breaker. That could have been your first entry. Okay. Maybe you don't really see that. So you're waiting. You're waiting. You're waiting. You're probably possibly waiting for that 8:30 news. We're just waiting. So then 8:30 news, we get distribution higher. We still have all these stacked highs here. We still have all these stacked highs here. This now becomes low resistance liquidity. Buy side resting here. We have displacement higher. Then we create a 15-minute gap, 15-minute order block there, probably 5-minute breaker or 5-minute mitigation block here, and then that could have been your entry right here. What time was it? That was right at market open. To all these stacked highs here, put your stop here. Perfect 2-to-1 trade. You could have held here. And you also could have held your to maybe 2.5 and then maybe even 4. I personally would not even hold to 4. So I would say maybe at most 2.5 matches up nicely with that high as well. So this was actually a good trade. This was a great trade looking back. This was a great trade. You have a 5-minute breaker, 5-minute fair value gap. You have a 5-minute order block. All these PD rays are protecting you, and just trust the model. Just trust the model. You end up getting good risk on it, and yeah, you end up coming out in your favor. So right now we're getting displacement higher. We're displacing through this high here and this high. I wouldn't really look for much because the draw has been met. This high has been met on the intraday time frame. So then we get a pullback to this fair value gap, and then this could have been a long opportunity here. IRL to ERL in terms of 5-minute. 5-minute, we don't really have any market structure shift, and this is a great example of the fact that we can't reverse from a consolidation. Price cannot reverse from a consolidation. We come in here and we consolidate, and then this. We don't hold any order blocks here. We don't create any bearish order blocks here, and we don't respect them. This is just a manipulation move lower to then pull back to then could you trade this on the 1-minute? Is there an SMT here? I feel like there's got to be an SMT to the YM there. Bingo. Bingo. There's your SMT to the YM right there. And then we end up getting a move up to buy side. So I think that would have been another good trade. So you had kind of 2 long opportunities there. This one is a little bit lower quality in my opinion because we've already taken buy side. But we're failing to space lower. We have that consolidation here. We know that price isn't going to reverse from a consolidation. We put in consolidation. This is just fake. This is just noise. We're not going to head to these lows because we are consolidating here. There's no true manipulation here at these highs. There's no manipulation. Oh, okay, you have your 3 drives. Okay, that to me is not showing that we're really manipulating. Here's your long here, and then after that, price just ends up running. I don't really see anything else. Maybe a long here on the very smaller time frames, but other than that, that's all I really see. What to do if 2 different time frames show me 2 market trends? Well, you got to think about it. The higher time frame is going to hold higher power, because a lot of the time. So say we have a 1 hour. on the 1 hour time frame. Okay, so I'm trying to make this make sense. But overall, in the market, we are trending higher. Or an uptrend, like we are currently. So on the 1 hour, every single one of these retracements, if you're in a lower time frame, this is going to look like a full-blown reversal. It's going to look like a full-blown reversal. But it's just a retracement to this fair value gap. To this fair value gap. To then head higher, and then the market repeats the cycle. We go from in imbalance to stops. Imbalance, stops. Imbalance, stops. And then this is the 1 hour time frame. So what I just drew up there is the 1 hour time frame. So anything that you see here on the 1 hour, all these dips you see on the 1 hour are going to look like full-blown reversals on the lower time frame. Let's see if there's an example of that. That's why a market maker model works. We'll even show up the 15 minute. You see here? Well, this trade here. And this is something I need to get better at too. This just looks like this is a retracement. This is simply just a retracement into this fair value gap. But what does this look like on the 1 minute? This right here, if you're looking at this on the 1 minute, this looks like a full-blown reversal, but it's just a retracement. When you develop higher time frame analysis, you only seek one draw, so you should be sticking to your higher time frame perspective over anything. Your daily draw and liquidity is going to be the most important. And going into tomorrow, I'm gonna be kind of bullish, but know that we've had just full blown, or we haven't had full blown, but now we've had displacement higher this week. And if we look at YM has actually taken my draw on liquidity for the week. Is this a daily? So we have taken that original consolidation. So I think that it's more likely that we kind of displace higher first and then retrace back inside that range. So I'm looking for a TJIF Friday. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. I'm looking for displacement higher to then retrace back inside this range. That's really what I'm looking for tomorrow, but I would still be bullish, and I don't like trading stuff like that. I don't like coming to the market and looking for something like that because I'm just trying to follow the trend. You know, all I need is a piece of this. All I need is a sliver of that. So that's personally what I'm looking for. It's kind of hard to say until it actually happens. But let's look at DXY as well because DXY is looking a little bit interesting. We have these highs here. We're coming back down with speed lower. I need to see more information. I need more. At the beginning of the week, I thought we could be bullish coming up to these highs, but right now, after seeing this fair value gap that we put in, I would not like that if I'm bullish. If I'm bullish on DXY. We're now within this order block within this fair value gap. Do we respect this or do we displace through? If we fail to respect this area, we're likely going to seek lows. But I like how we have shown the willingness that we might want to respect here. But I'm not liking this. I'm not liking the day that we just had. And then the indices just look bullish. So there's going to have to be more information for the market to show me to prove that we're bearish. I'm not coming to the market and I'm not saying that we're bearish. But right now, a draw on YM that we could head to is this high here. I don't love it because it's not like an original consolidation, but it kind of is. This is now what I could look for a draw on liquidity. We have met this nice little original consolidation here. So in terms of draw on liquidity, we kind of have met that, and we're just displacing higher. So I'm looking for possibly this high tomorrow, and we'll see what the market does, because me saying that I'm looking for something here in my analysis just doesn't really matter unless if I see more context and more framework to that. Overall bullish. Other than that, let's look at gold. Is there anything popping on gold? Okay, gold. I don't even want to look at gold. Gold we displaced higher. This is kind of what I was thinking midweek. You had that double. We've taken both buy side, sell side. You have that dealing range, and come back into this area here at higher. I think we're gonna get another run on these highs. Probably more likely because this now is we've now retraced probably a consequent encroachment of this gap. Why is that only marked there? We now retrace only a consequent encroachment of that gap, and now I'm just expecting a move to these highs. Yo, what's good, Garrett? How you doing? How you doing, brother? How you doing, brother? It's been a while. It's been a while. All right, Euro USD. Let's see anything. I don't know. I'm bullish order flow. Down close candles respecting. We are in an area which I thought we could respect. We could respect. I don't know. I'm not really gonna look at that, and I don't really want to analyze that. I've been doing amazing. How you been? I've been chilling. It's kind of just the same stuff. Same stuff. Good to hear. Good to hear though. How's that TJR? How's that mastermind? EU is my baby. For me. Let's look at this intraday action that we had today. That London manipulation. Ooh. That's kind of nice. That kind of looked nice. It's very that's a very nice soup. We have these generated liquidity above us. That's a textbook soup. Is there any way you could have engaged on this? Let's zoom to the 1 minute. Take liquidity, market structure shift, pull back for value gap, stop here. I don't know if I would have took it. I don't know if I would have looked to taking them just because overall, or actually we haven't yet to. We're just retracing the order block. Yeah, it would have been a good trade. Also, look at where that candle is. Order block perfectly. So I'd be pretty bullish on this actually for now. Like we're still respecting down close candles. Until we get displacement lower and still we start respecting up closing candles, I would be pretty bullish. We failed to really displace here, and now we're respecting bullish order blocks there. All right. Other than that, I don't have much else. I'll be back. I don't know if I'll do. We'll definitely have a session Saturday. I don't know if I'll have a session tomorrow, but yeah, this was a nice little review, market recap of what happened and. Overall, I thought it was a pretty trickier day, just because of NQ. NQ was the weakest of them all. But overall, there was a nice trade on S&P, and then there was another nice trade on S&P. But that's all I saw. Anyways, I'm gonna head out here. Hopefully, y'all have a good rest of your day, and